Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Hornets log another stop on their travel schedule in today's matchup. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Now, Nembhard. Outside, George. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Cuts off the pass. Tatum with it. George picks him up. Here's Peterson. And it's good. 2 points. Peterson's got the opening field goal of the game for the Hornets.
Love the selflessness. Tatum willing to give it up whenever he sees an open teammate.
We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Stokes. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Driving to the basket.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Outside Tatum. Throws it up high. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Here's Nembhard. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Nembhard's got his second bucket tonight.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here's Tatum. Right now, he's averaging 11 points a game.
How about Tatum there with the finish with some authority above the rim?
Here's George. From the high post. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Banchero outside. Outside Tatum. It's good from long range. Tatum's got 5 now.
That's what makes Tatum so dangerous. Offensively, he doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective.
That bucket in no time at all. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day, because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA thanks. There's the drive. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
From outside the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant.
Here's Stokes. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And George with the stuff.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Here's Peterson after the Clippers pick up 2. And Salon gets it to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's Nembhard on the wing. He has 5. Tries it from the top of the key. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. Takes it in.
Oh! Yes, sir. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And here are the Hornets now after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Salon. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. He can't hit that time. Outside, George fires the 3. Stokes with the rebound. Here's Peterson. Misses the jumper. And so it's Charlotte with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
It's stolen. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Took him no time at all on that one. He has 7.
He's very smart about spotting up in transition, and no one rotated over to contest that one.
Pass to Dick. And the rebound goes to Martin.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Outside, George. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And that one's good. Andrews.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Good work there as it goes.
Let the big fella eat. Sengun just doing his thing down low.
Here's Green after the Clippers pick up 2. Pass to Andrews. Dick with it. Clock at 4. From downtown. Outside, Green. From deep. Sengun with the rebound. Clippers trail by 4. Inside, Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. For Los Angeles, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Here's Andrews. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And Siakam has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Pass to Ivy. Screen by Siakam. Nice move. The Hornets pull it in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's the Clippers. They trail by 3. Takes it off the glass. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
And so here's Charlotte. The Clippers getting the bucket. And Kessler throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And that one's good. Andrews.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's Montgomery. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Charlotte leading by 3 to the paint and stolen by Siakam. And now the Clippers on the break, and he hits it to tie the game up. 7 points in the game. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Andrews. He's got 7. Pass to Kessler. Here's Andrews. Lets the 3 fly. Does not find the target. That makes him 3 for 5. On left to the wing. Takes the 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
3-pointer. It's rebounded by Charlotte. There's 1:17 left in the first half of basketball. Unloads from 13. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Pass to Ivy. Here's Montgomery. Hits the 3-point bomb. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Such a growing part of Ivy's game. Encouraging to see him pick up assists like that.
They get it back. Here's Andrews. And here is Green. The 3. Here's Kessler. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Puts up a deep three. No good on that one.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Here's Dick. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. The Clippers on top, leading by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Hornets trail by 4. Van Carroll looking around. Right side Tatum.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Siakam outside. Now here's Ivy. Still yet to score. Van Carroll grabs the board. And here are the Hornets now. A 2-point game. And finished off by Van Carroll.
And how about Van Carroll showing some passion there, going in hard and finishing right at the rim.
Screen by Siakam. Montgomery. It's not going to go for him.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And there's the drive.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? There's the triple. And the Clippers miss again.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam. And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Stolen by Kispert. Back to Ivy. Screen by Siakam. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Yeah, good things are going to happen when Jaden Ivey decides to be aggressive.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he can't hit the second.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Pass to Salon. Bangs home the trifecta. Salon's got 6 points.
Yeah, that's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And here's George for three. Tracks in the tray. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Yeah, you got to really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
And it's George missing.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Here's Stokes. 14 points for him. Yep, that one goes in there.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Martin trying to free himself up. Pass to Stokes. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
The Hornets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%. Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Pass to Salon. Now Tatum. Charlotte moving it around to the left wing.
Oof, he's had a dismal second half, Kevin. He did a great job getting the ball to his teammates and working it around in the first half, but the second half, not so much.
Clippers trail by 6. There's the steal. And here's the fast break.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And here's George for 3. And Tatum pulls it down. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Here's Stokes. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to George. To the middle. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Back to Tatum. .11 left for the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Peterson. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Peterson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets. And here's George. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
So on, no good. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Coming onto the court right now.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hot squad. Get loud!
36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. George with the ball. He's picked up by Dick. And the Clippers miss again. Hornets leading by 7. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Martin.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Pass to Andrews. Oh, good with the triple. It's blocked. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done it.
58.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Nembhard. And the 3 off target. Here's Andrews. Back to Kessler. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. And so here are the Clippers. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Back to Dick. about that one. Diggs got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Hornets.
Say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Here's George. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Here's Andrews. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just hit really hard.
George with the bucket.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Andrews. Looking to get back on track here. Another shot. Back to Dick. From past the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Dick's got 5 points now this quarter.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
Tries again. Pass to Andrews. Up top, Nembhard. Launches it. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
No, that's just an emphatic throw down there.
That one reverberated throughout the building. Kessler, the screen, deflects the pass. Dick with it. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Hornets lead by 8.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And now the Clippers on the break. Right wing. A three ball. Comes up empty, and he's now 5 for 8.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Pass to Andrews. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Nembhard. Kessler with the rebound. Hornets leading by 9. It's Dick on the wing. From down in the low post, it goes.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes it down.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Screen by Şengün. Nembhard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Using the bounce, Tatum just explodes to the hoop so quick.
Şengün, no good. Here's Stokes. And he can't jam it through.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt. And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Hornets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Here's George.
And you love how Tatum uses that long wingspan to really distract shooters. Great job contesting without fouling on that one.
And the basket by Stokes.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Here's Stokes. Off target at the rim. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. This was a very